What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man's the trucker trader, and we are back with another legendary video. Today we are going to be reading price together. I am going to be trying my best to help all of the beginner traders out there learn how to eventually become a successful day trader. I am going to walk you guys through my step-by-step process in reading price action, and also how do I find trades in this video. Hopefully today I find a trade that I really want to take, because I want to teach you guys live as well, all of the things that I do when I'm looking at price action. All right, so let's get straight into this video. All right, so the first thing I do obviously is top-down analysis. Most of you may already know about what a top-down analysis is. For those of you who do not, so essentially what I like to do is I like to look at the higher time frames, right? Daily or the weekly. Now we can look at the weekly. I am not in this video, mainly because it's 9:12 and I want to get this video moving along, because there's a potential trade that's brewing right now and I don't want to miss this trade, you guys. So first thing I do is I look at the range, right? I always want to know what range am I in. So to identify a range, you just need a swing high and a swing low. All right, so here's my range. Okay, I put my fib from this swing low all the way up to this swing high right here, and this whole thing is my range. Okay, so when I'm looking at a range, I'm looking at premium and discount zones. Okay, so this trade is starting to creep into my order block. I don't want to take it just yet. It's not all the way in there just yet. But when I'm looking at a range, I want to see what side of the market am I on. Am I in premium or discount? So essentially, a premium zone is a zone that's more favorable for sellers. All right, think about a supermarket, or think about if you're a business owner and you own a store and you want to sell your products at a premium all the time, right? You pretty much never want to sell your products at a discount. You always want to sell it for the highest possible price that you can get. When the market is in a discount zone, that is the best time to be buying, right? Because things are discounted. Think about when you go into a store, if you see something that's 80% off and you've always wanted that thing, more than likely you're going to get it, right? Because it's in a discount zone. So now that I have identified my range, I want to show you guys exactly what is on my chart. These two red candles right here, right on the daily time frame, this red candle right here and this red candle right here, that is a daily order block that I have boxed up in this little greenish looking box. I don't know what color that is. So we have this daily order block, and then we had price come down and bounce into this daily order block, and then it moved away, right? But we did not hit the midpoint of this order block yet. And the reason why I'm mentioning the midpoint is because typically when the midpoint is not hit, it's probably going to come back and retrace into that order block again, and then hit that and take that liquidity as well. So the next thing I want to look at, right? So we have identified our range. We know what zone we're in. We're in the premium zone right now, which means what? We're going to be looking for sales only. We're not going to be looking for buys today, even though this daily candle is very bullish. 4-hour candle is very bullish as well, and even 1 hour. So everything in price is bullish, right? But I won't really be looking for a buy just yet. I wanted to see how price was going to react once it got up in here in this zone, and I'm even super tempted to take this trade right now. Let me see. I was trying to do my analysis before this happened, but it just happened. That was actually the entry that I wanted right there. It didn't hit the midpoint just yet, but I wanted to take this entry as well. This is something that I typically would take. But until it gets back up there, we're just going to keep going with our analysis. Okay, so I'm looking for sales. So on my trade locker account, as you guys can see, this is a 3-hour time frame. I'm looking at this 3-hour order block, and I'm going to take you guys to it on this chart as well. So what we previously had was we had we had liquidity right here. The market came up and it swept this liquidity, and now it's bouncing up into a order block, right? It's bouncing up into an order block. Now this is the 1 hour time frame. It looks a little bit different. See, if I show you guys this on the 3 hour time frame, you won't see the order block the way it is on my trade locker. But on trading view, you do see this order block right here that the market is currently bouncing up into, right? I'm gonna put this orange line right here just to remind me that that's the stop loss. Let me see. We are getting a little bit of a rejection from this order block, but we don't know how well it's going to hold just yet. It's almost 9:30 and the market is getting ready to open up pretty soon. So that's what I'm looking for right now. And I'm looking for the market to come back down mainly because the market never swept the midpoint of that daily order block, right? Those dotted lines is the midpoint of this daily order block. So that's why I'm looking for price to go back down. Otherwise, I would be looking for a price to continue up and go into this order block up here. That's this yellow box on my chart. But I don't think price is currently ready to do that just yet. And here's why, right? I always tell you guys about identifying the liquidity. So the liquidity that I'm looking at right now, um, and there's so many order blocks when you look at these different time frames that the market could go into. And that's another reason why I want to wait. I don't know how high this market is going to want to go up, right? But there's so many order blocks that the market could want to continue to push up into. So the liquidity that I had on my chart was this little liquidity right here that was already swept. I'm going to make it a blue line. So this liquidity was already swept. Now the other liquidity that I'm looking at is this liquidity all the way down here. Now I know some of you are probably looking at the price and thinking that is a big move. I don't think it's going to happen. And it may not happen, but that's what I'm looking at. That's the liquidity I'm looking at. If you want to look for more shorter term liquidity, you can look for this low right here, right? Or this low right here. All of these are liquidity zones. If you guys want, I can put them on my chart as well. Right? So what is the process so far? We have identified a range. We have identified what zones are we on. Are we in a premium or are we in a discount? Okay. And then we have found our liquidity zones. And then we have essentially built a narrative looking at where the market may potentially want to go, right? And that's essentially what I do on every trade. Right. Another reason why I'm favoring sales for today, if you guys look at this 4 hour chart, price did come down, made a small little downtrend. And then, we never broke above this high, right? To continue the uptrend. So as of now, this is a downtrend on the smaller time frames. On the higher time frames, it's definitely an uptrend. But until we see more swing highs like this one right here be broken, I'm going to continue to look for sales every time this market goes into a premium zone. Okay, so we have 10 minutes until the market open. And I'm probably going to cut this video right here and then start it back up as soon as the market open, because I don't think nothing is going to happen until then. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. It helps this channel out so much. Every time somebody leaves a like and a positive review on this channel, it really goes so far. So I appreciate everybody who does that. Shout out to y'all. And then, like I said, we're going to probably just be right back in about 6 or 7 minutes. All right, y'all, I had to turn my camera right back on simply because the market is doing a lot this morning, and I don't want you guys to miss any commentary. So far, this is a trade that I'm looking to take. This is about a 1 to 10 risk to reward, as you guys can see. If I was to take the trade, I would be risking about $400 to make about 5,100. So it's pretty good risk to reward. So win or lose, I'm not gonna really mind taking this trade at all. I'm loving how so far we're getting some rejections already going up into this zone. I wish it would have waited to hit this zone when the market opened at least, because now I'm wondering, is the price going to just want to blow right through this zone, right? And then that leads me to the next question. Well, if we blow right through this zone, where do we go next, right? If we look at the daily time frame, it could easily want to fill in that entire zone right there. Let's look at it on trading view. Let's look at it on trading view. So what I don't want to see is the market fill this zone right here. All right, I wanted to leave this zone open, because if this zone is left open, that will be looked at as a liquidity void, and that would mean that the market could want to come down really fast, right, to the downside. So that's one thing that I'm looking at. Um, I would even love to see it come all the way down here and come touch this order block right here, taking all of that liquidity out the market. But we just have to wait and see. It's been a real slow market these past few days, and I'm just trying to be as patient as possible, right? So we have 4 minutes until the market opens. I really hate taking trades as soon as the market open, but sometimes, um, and it may be this may be the scenario as well for today, right? Sometimes the market gives you a chance to get in like 3 or 4 minutes right before the market open, and then as soon as it opens, it just takes off in one direction, and it doesn't give you an opportunity to get in again, right? So that's one of the reasons why I'm looking to take this trade before 10 a.m. If you have watched my previous videos, in most cases I like to wait until 30 minutes until after the market is open to take a trade, and I still may do that today. I have to see what happens as soon as this market open, because these are some really big green candles as well, and I don't like trading against the market. Even though I am in the premium zone, even though the market did come up already and sweep liquidity, I still want to be very careful, right? Because um, it's a lot of news circulating around the market as well, so you don't really know what's going to happen and what's going to push the market up and make the market do what it wants to do. But so far, I am liking these little rejections, right? If we go to the 1 minute time frame, you can see that we're building some liquidity up here on a 1 minute time frame, right? Now, another way to take this trade and to be safe is to wait for a market structure shift on a 1 minute time frame, all right? That's a safe way to take this trade. But me personally, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive on this setup, especially depending on how it opens pre-market, right? I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. And that's mainly because it's doing everything that I wanted to do, right? So even what we're seeing right now, that's something that I'm used to seeing in the market, right? Price will go all the way up into one of your zones, and it won't really touch that midpoint. I think it's saving that for liquidity, right? For when the market opens, it's going to sweep that as liquidity again for the people who may have gotten into this trade a little bit earlier, right? So that's what I'm going to be looking for. We got 2 minutes until market opens, and let's just see what happens, y'all. We got 1 minute left. Let's just see what happens. It's either going to be I take this trade and I'm winning big time, or I'm going to get stopped out almost instantly. So that's why I'm not trying to risk too much on this trade. Even though it's the perfect setup, it's still not within my time frame, right? And typically that's what I have to deal with almost all of my trades. There's sometimes there's rare it's pretty rare to like get a trade that's just 100% perfect, right? But if it's 90% perfect, that's going to be good enough for me. I'm going to take that trade. If it's 80% perfect, I'm going to lower my leverage a little bit and still take the trade, right? So that's something that you have to learn how to do as a new beginner trader. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to practice that and see it in the market. Okay, so the market just opened up. I'm hoping that it doesn't just sell off without me. I want to see it at least go back up there and hit that midpoint. So having a little bit of a sell off early, and this is why, like I said, if you got in a little bit earlier, it was not the worst thing in the world. You could have took that scalp and got out the trade, and you could have used that profits or the profits you made from that trade as your risk for the day, right? And protected your account. That's what I wanted to do, but I missed that little entry the first time around. So I'm going to be waiting for the price to go back up there and sweep that liquidity out, hit the midpoint of that order block, which is where that green line is at on my chart. And then I'm going to be looking for a sell off, right? So this is the order block that we're looking at right there to the left. And right there at the middle where that little green candle is at. Smothered about all of those red candles, that's our 3 hour order block. And I put some red lines on the bodies of that order block as well, so you guys can know exactly what I'm looking at. So right here is where I would like to take the trade. So I'm just going to take this trade right here, y'all. So win or lose, I'm in the trade. It's just too good to not for me to not take it. These are the type of trades that I love to take. So I'm gonna put my TP around 5K because that's all I really need to beat this challenge. So far, I'm in some heavy drawdown. I might get stopped out here. So let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. I want to see a rejection. Right. So you see on the 1 minute time frame, we swept that liquidity. And then now we're getting a bit of a rejection. That's what I love to see. I'm up already. I'm up $200 already. That's what I want to see right there. And if we can hit TP today, I will be done with this challenge. So we're going to see what happens. I'm expecting this market to move really fast to the downside. So I'm already up about a 101 on this trade already. Like I said, I'm expecting to see this thing move really fast to the downside. So I'm just going to have to be patient today. It would be so nice if this thing could just start making some really aggressive moves to the downside. That would give me the confidence to really hold on to this trade for TP. I have a really big TP in there right now. I have about a 300, no, about a 430 points TP. So I don't know if I'm going to hold for that entire TP. It's just all about how the market is moving. So far, everything that I have marked out is coming to life. I'm up about I'm up 3 to 1 already. So right now I'm going to current not right. So right now I'm going to watch and see how the market reacts to these order blocks right here and these gaps in the market. I want to see it just continue to blow through all of these gaps. And if we're looking at trading view, right? If we're looking at trading view, at the bare minimum, I want to see it come back down and then at least get back into the discount area. So right here, we may get a little bit of respect from this little order block right here. But I want to see it pretty much blow through this, like it's not even there. So look at this, y'all. So far, so good. I think I'm going to just lock this 1400 in. So far, I want to be patient though. Something's telling me to be patient, but when the market gives you 1400 so quick, it's so hard not to lock it in. But I really do want to be patient. So everything that I've planned out so far is working to perfection, and you don't typically always see this as a day trader. So when the market is finally giving you exactly what you want, you have to just really be patient and allow yourself to just be a winner. So right here, I'm going to take that off. All right, I'm just going to take that. I seen the little order block right there, and even though I do think the market is going to continue to crash to the downside, I just want to be safe, you guys. This is my phase two account and I'm trying to be as safe as possible. I know that here in a few more minutes I may end up regretting it. But I just showed you guys step by step playbook of how I find my trades, right? This isn't a live video, but this is a pre-recorded video, but this is a live market. You can see the time in the top left hand corner and where I took the trade. Everything played out exactly like I told you guys it would. So these things aren't random. You can learn how to trade. Just go study the Inner Circle Trader. His YouTube channel, it has free contents, free mentorships. You can come here, study with me. I'm going to be going live soon. As soon as I get my laptop, feel free to come here, lock in with me. You guys seen how easy that trade was, and I probably sold way too quick. My TP was really far down there, and I still do think it's going to want to hit it. I just didn't want to play around with this market because sometimes, when it has fast movements to one direction, sometimes it might come back to get you. So I didn't want to be too gritty. And I don't regret that at all. When you learn how to trade, man, listen, let me tell y'all, it's one of the most powerful things that you can have in your arsenal is knowing how to trade. Okay. And that's why I'm trying to do these videos for y'all. That's why I'm trying to give back to my community with free education, right? Because I really want people to learn how to do these things. Because it's such a beautiful thing to know how to do, right? So just look at this market structure shift right here in the 15 minute. Look at that drop. I mean, that drop is amazing. We was in at the top. Imagine being in at the top of this drop right here, right? And y'all know I was targeting those blue lines on my chart. So I probably got out way too soon. The market is still dropping. And yeah, I wish I would have held a little bit longer, but at the same time, I'm not mad at myself. I'm not here to try to be a perfect trader or anything like that. I'm just here to take things one step at a time. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm probably going to wrap this video up here, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to trade again just because that was such a good trade. You guys seen I only risked about $400 and I made 800, or I'm sorry, $1,800 on that trade. So that's more than a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So it really doesn't get any better than that. Yes, I could have probably held for a longer take profit, but I'm not trying to be greedy, right? The market gave me what I wanted and it did it. It did that all within like 10 minutes of the market being open. So, I mean, just look at the time. It's 9:39 and I am done trading, right? These are the days that traders live for, right? We wish every day could be like this in the market, but it's not. So when you get these type of days, be humble, take the profits and then get up out of there. So I'm gonna wrap this video up right here, you guys. I hope y'all really did enjoy this video. I hope y'all took some notes. Make sure y'all drop a like if y'all did enjoy this video, and I will be back in the next one. Peace.